The Northeast is known for its cold winters, and in most cases the elements make farming in this region a seasonal opportunity. But when most farmers' fields are barren, the lettuce at Finger Lakes Fresh in Ithaca, New York is in full bloom. They grow their crops year-round in their greenhouse using what is known as hydroponics.
Basically, if you take the technical meaning, it's growing plants without natural soil. So anything around the roots could be hydroponics. The more purest definition, though, might be to grow without anything around the roots except nutrient solution. It's not water, but it's nutrient solution.
This means all the crops are grown without soil, but there's more to it than that.
Basically, we're controlling the environment so that the plants think that every day is the same. So we have a lot of computers and mechanical systems that we work with so that the environment that the plant has in here is the same temperature, the same amount of light, same ratios of minerals, etc. every day of the year.
Yes, these lights are what are called high-pressure sodium. They are some of the most efficient lights, and they're simply here to give the plants the kind of light they need. Oxygen is added to the water because plant roots have to breathe, they have to respire. Nutrient stock solution and concentrate is added to the water as this gets used up, and water, of course, is added. And so we have all of those things being added. We have the temperature that's always the same around the roots. They think they're in Hawaii every day of the year.
Controlling the environment makes for a very efficient process.
What they did is they developed a way to grow lettuce that from the day it's seeded to the day it's harvested is about 31 days. And in the greenhouse business, if you were growing it in dirt, it would be much longer.
The plants float in styrofoam panels, and they're floating on about 11 inches of nutrient solution, nutrients for the plants. They're put on one end of a floating pond like this and pushed down to the other end, and as they're pushed, they grow. They reach the far end and they're crowded enough, they begin to shade each other, so they have to be spread apart. So they are respaced, put into the other three ponds, the other three channels, canals, whatever you want to call them, and then get pushed down to this end where they get harvested. So they spend about 10 days moving down in the first pond, 14 days moving down in the second pond. We produce about 20 times as much lettuce per year per square foot as they do in California, for instance.
This efficiency allows Finger Lakes Fresh to grow more crops in the same amount of space, so its impact on the earth is small. Also, since they have no heavy farm equipment and the produce is grown and distributed locally, they don't burn a lot of fossil fuels, which cuts down greatly on harmful emissions and greenhouse gases. Tune in next week to meet the folks that keep this farm running and see how growing with hydroponics not only helps the earth, but also helps society. For Homework Hotline, I'm Katie Sullivan.